Hi guys, my name is Jessica, and the fragrance I am testing today, let's see if you can see that, 647. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and spray it one more time. Well, my experience with this, the smell that I get like a seductive scent from this fragrance. I think this is definitely fit for like the bedroom because I do get that seductive scent from it. So let's look at the questions to make sure that I answer all your questions. Let's see. Pretend you have to describe this fragrance to a friend. How would you best describe it? What does it smell like? The scents that you pick up. I definitely pick up the cherry. The other scent, it's really hard to put my finger on it. But it's almost incensey, like infused with incense. Again. I can't I can't put my finger on it. But I definitely do get cherry. But the other flavor that's giving it like that sex appeal to it, I can't really put my finger on it. But I like it. I do like it. I just thought it was a little faint. I will have to say that. When I first sprayed it in the morning, I felt like I had to keep spraying it in order to actually smell it. I didn't really pick up anything at first, and then after a while, the scent started bursting, and I could smell it, and I definitely got a sexy vibe out of it. Yeah, so if I was describing it to a friend, I would just tell them that it's a nice light, eerie cherry, seductive smell. And it just smells very sexy. I don't know how else I could articulate that anymore, but let's see. What does the fragrance remind you of? Where does it take you? Place, time, event. Um, I where does it take me? I like I said, I think that this is good for the bedroom. Um, I don't really see it fitting like in the living room or like the family room. Um, I just feel like this is something that's more for the bedroom. Not that it would be off-putting if I were to spray it anywhere else. I just feel like it's more appropriate because, like I said, I get this sexy feeling from it. Um, all right, I covered that about my initial thoughts this morning. What I wrote down in my notes was just, yeah, definitely that it was really light. And for me, I felt it was a little bit too weak. But the more I sprayed it, especially in the afternoon and just now, it seemed to get better, where I can pick up the scent more. But when I first sprayed it, I really wasn't getting that. So I don't know if maybe I just needed to shake the bottle before I sprayed it, or what. But it definitely got better as the day went on. How about when you sprayed it at lunch? How about when you sprayed it at lunch? Did your thoughts with the experience with the fragrance change? Did you like more or less than the first experience with it? Yes. So like I said, as the day went on, the scent was a little bit more potent and long lasting versus in the morning. Like for some reason in the morning it seemed like it it was dissipating very quickly. So like I would spray it, and I'm like spraying it a couple of times. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't really smell anything. My grandmother was in the room too, and I was like, do you smell anything? And she was like, no. It took her a while too, and after a while she smelled it before I did, but um, it didn't seem like it was going to be that potent. But I will say this: like I just sprayed it, and like the fragrance is already gone. I don't really smell it anymore. But at least when I was spraying it in the afternoon, I could smell it when I was spraying it versus when I first did it in the morning. It's like I sprayed it and I didn't really smell anything. So that's all I would say that it helped with. Spraying it more, I could actually smell it from the bottle while spraying it versus the first time in the morning. But it definitely isn't a long lasting smell because I don't smell it anymore. It's already dissipated for me. It's not a long-lasting smell. It's very, very light. What about when you just sprayed it and changes for you? Same thing as in the afternoon as far as when I just sprayed it just now. It's light. It's light. I like the fragrance, but it's very light. It's not very long-lasting, and it would be nice if it was a little bit more long-lasting and didn't dissipate as easily. Do you buy a fragrance like this for the home? In what form? Candle, plug-in gel, diffuser, spray? I would buy a fragrance like this, but it would have to last longer. And I would buy it in a diffuser and a spray form, I think. The candle, maybe. Plug-in, maybe. But I'm more partial to diffusers and sprays myself. I like the diffuser. One, because I think it adds a little pizzazz. I think it's more elegant than having the plug-in. The candles are okay, but once they start burning, then they don't look as appealing. But the diffuser always keeps its shape, so I'm more partial to diffusers than anything else, and sprays. What seasons would you use this in, or would you use it year-round? Like I said, I think this is for the bedroom, so as often as you are making whoopee, I guess, as often as you should spray it. So I don't really say that there's any time that you should spray it. I don't really get a feeling of, oh, I should only do it during a certain time. Just making whoopee. All right. Is there somewhere in particular in your house that you would use this fragrance? As I stated, I would use this fragrance in the bedroom. What would you do, if anything, to improve upon this fragrance? Definitely make it stronger. Make sure that it stays around a good amount of time, after you spray it. And a good amount of time, at least half an hour, please. An hour, a couple of hours would be nice. But I mean, yeah, like 2 minutes later, I still want to be able to smell it, and feel like, I actually just did something to make the room smell better, and add some ambiance to the room. How is it different from home fragrances that you currently use or have used in the past? It doesn't last long. That's how it's different right now. I use the Bath and Body work sprays, and they're really small. They're so concentrated though, and it's great. Two sprays and you're good to go, and it lasts for a long time. This, I sprayed it a couple of times, and in order to actually be able to smell it. So that would be how I would compare it to other air fresheners. It's just that it's not long lasting. It needs to linger. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give it a 3. And I'm giving it a 3 just because it's not lasting very long. If it lasted very long, I probably would give it a 4. Because I'm not in love with it per se, but it's not a bad smell. I mean, I definitely could tolerate it, and I think it's good, and I would spray it. But it's not something I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have type. I don't really get that feeling from it. It's nice, but it doesn't blow me away. All right, well, those are all the questions, and I hope that I articulated myself on every question well enough for you to understand how I felt about it. All right, thanks. Bye.